to Today in Nashville, the at-home edition. Carole Sullivan, how are you, friend?
I'm doing lovely. How are you? You're looking very fresh in your little white denim. Oh, look at that fancy cup.
Well, if you remember, you were drinking from the same cups, and I said I ordered those, and they finally came in, and I really love them. Aren't they pretty?
Yeah, you feel special, don't you? Everyone should have like one little special cup that makes them feel good.
Only bad thing is, I love that. I was going to say, you have a handle. This doesn't have a handle, and the only thing bad about it is I put ice in here and a little Gatorade to get me going, and it's so cold. Holding on to it, my fingers are frozen. I'm like, oh, this is a pretty cup. Okay.
I love it. You threw some Gatorade in. Did you need some extra electrolytes today? Tell me.
Indeed. Well, it's 1,007 degrees outside, so, when you decide that you're going to go for a brisk walk, and instead it feels like you're swimming, I know it's hot, and I know I complain when it's too cold, but whoa, when you step outside and it takes your breath away, and the air is so thick, you're just like, I'm just swimming, I'm gonna swim instead of walk today. That's what I'm doing. So, didn't make it as far as I normally did. I got halfway, and I was like, nope, that's it for today, kids. Let's go back home.
But don't you agree, after you pass a certain point in the sweat factor, then it doesn't matter. Like, you're just like, well, I'm just going to be in a pool of sweat. That it's that in between where you're like, but once you're there, then you're there. You're like, all right, well, here we go.
And when you feel it coming, you're like, okay, here comes the sweat. Let's get through that part. That's a mental hurdle, I think, for me when I'm doing any kind of work. Like, if I can get through the sweat, then I'm like, cool. All right. Yep. Now we're in the fat burning zone. Let's go. But when you are having a hard time breathing because it's so hot outside, you rethink it. And you come home and you hydrate with your electrolytes.
Did I tell you when I went running the other morning and I inadvertently swallowed 3 bugs at 3 different points? And so not only was I thirsty because it was so hot, but that it felt like they were right there. So then when I got home, at one point I kept coughing and had trouble breathing. And then I got in my head that, of course, I had COVID because I was having trouble breathing and coughing. And then I had to remind myself that, no, I had swallowed 3 bugs and maybe that just felt weird. So I'm fine.
That'll do it. The spiral of talking yourself into having COVID. I think we're pretty much all on the same playing field. Every person watching right now has at one point during this process convinced themselves. It's usually at night when there's nobody else around and you feel a tickle in your throat. But I have spiraled out at no less than 12 times, knowing for sure this is it. I've got it. And then turns out I forgot to take my allergy medicine. Or turns out I just had a dry throat. Or, So I think everybody has that same feeling. It's just that ever-present, is this it? Maybe. Not sure. Nope. I think I'm okay.
Yes. Mine's usually at about 2 or 3 in the morning. And the mind doesn't work. And if I just happen to wake up, I'm like, oh, I was at the grocery store. Did something happen? When I ran into so-and-so, did something happen? And your mind can't think rationally at 2 or 3 in the morning. A lot of wasted time being awake.
Oh, that's not a good time. We're about to head into a whole lot of, I don't want to say wasted time. It's not going to be wasted, but it is going to be interesting talking about trying to help our children through this school year. My question to you, have you ordered school supplies? Because in Williamson County, you order the school supplies and they have them delivered to the school. I mean, I've always done that, which I highly, highly, highly recommend. It's so nice. It's just there on the first day. And then I got an email that said they will deliver those to your house. So, do we need them? Do we need?
Yes, you need school supplies. Yeah, they're going to be having schoolwork and have to, I don't know.
But isn't everything going to be online? I mean, truly think about that, though. Like, are we going to need glue sticks? Because everything's going to be online. So, with the packet that comes with glue sticks and paper clips and Not that I dislike it, because I enjoy a stroll into any kind of store that looks organized. But we've covered that before. But I just wonder, like, is this going to be, do we do this?
Yeah, so I'm the other way with school supplies. My youngest wanted to order them because he likes to get the box in the school and that whole thing. But I feel like it's just a racket to charge you extra for school supplies. So we like to go get our school supplies and then look at how much money we save by buying them ourselves, because that's how goofy we are. And we just want, but I will say this, that process is torturous because there's always those random 3 or 4 items that they don't have or the store doesn't have. So it is a huge waste of time. So if I probably put money to the time spent, I'd be better off just pre-ordering the kit. But because I like to suffer through, save a few pennies. That's how we roll.
Suffering through is always the best way. I think the one thing that was always hardest to find, at least the last couple years, they had a very specific pencil that you had to have, and X amount of them had to be sharpened. Like, they were like, don't come in here with your unsharpened pencils. They have to be sharpened, which truly, if you think about it, it's kind of brilliant, because how many times when you were a kid did you just want to go up to the pencil sharpener just to waste time, or just to
love the pencil sharpener,
just to hang out with your friends?
My favorite thing.
It was the social hang. It was like, hey, I'm gonna go sharpen my pencil, and then everybody would go up and you would sit and talk while you were waiting in line to sharpen your pencil. And I mean, you'd sharpen it all the way down to where you just had a nub. You keep going. So that's some wasted time, and teachers, I think, finally are wise to it, and they're like, come in here with your sharpened pencils.
Yeah, sharpening the pencil, going to the bathroom, or faking I was sick were my 3 favorite things to do.
You faked you were sick? See, I was never brave enough to do that. Oh, I was never brave enough because I was terrified that I was going to have to go to the doctor.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have that fear. I don't know. We didn't go to the doctor that much. Plus, I was the 3rd child, so my mom was just like, you're fine. You're fine. Maybe the first kid went to the doctor, but that was never a concern. If nothing else, you got to lay on the bed in the nurse's office and just relax for a little while. That felt nice.
I did love our school nurse. I loved our school nurse, Mrs. Howell.
That was always fun.
See, I never did. I only remember going a few times, but I just loved her. She was so sweet and kind, and she had a good stack of really cute Band-Aids. So that was a good trip. Oh my gosh, now I just thought of this. Wait, we're now the school nurse too. If they don't go back, we gotta have Band-Aids and all that stuff.
I mean, I would think that you probably have Band-Aids at your house right now anyway.
Not cute ones. No, just the clear, not the cute.
Well, they'll give them something to look forward to when they go back.
Hopefully. All right, friends, we've got so much to look forward to in this edition of Today in Nashville. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Cheers.